here at WODU Studios, and my name is Eric McGann, and this is Extra Point. Today, I'm covering three topics in sports. We got football, soccer, and basketball. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about the Green Bay Packers and how they can get back to the Super Bowl, UVA men's basketball team and how they are gearing up for next year, and Premier League surprise Leicester City, and a personal congratulations to Villanova and their championship win. But for now, let's start with the Green Bay Packers. For starters, I'm a huge Packers fan, and I've always been, and I always will be. It's not the most unanimous NFL team in my own family, of course, but that honor goes to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And as a Packers fan, I know that this franchise is no stranger to championships. In fact, we've won 13 championships in total, if you're going way, way, way back. It is a tremendous feat, but sometimes I still think they haven't been in the Super Bowl in what, since 2010? 6 years, man. They've been right on the brink for 6 years. And they haven't gotten back. It's hard to imagine that it has been 6 years because I remember it so well. And what I remember most is trying to hide my tremendous joy and cheer bottled up so my dad didn't feel even worse when he saw his own Steelers lose. Man, I didn't know what to do. I quickly just ran downstairs, went in my room, closed the door. Man, I was dancing and cheering as quietly as I could, of course. But for many years, the Packers have been like a handful of teams. They've had a real shot at making it back to the Super Bowl, but each year they keep falling short of expectations, thanks to, in part, the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. God, I hate the Seattle Seahawks right now. The team is just like, oh, they've had their greatest shot ever, and they're letting it slip away because Aaron Rodgers, he's starting to age. I he's he's what, 28 now? I'm gonna say he's like 28. He's got. I'm not a big fan of quarterbacks in the mid 30s. I'd say he's got about 3 4 years, and he's good. 32. I think that's about it. But according to Las Vegas, Westgate Las Vegas, my fault. They have a 10-1 odds to win the Super Bowl. Now, that's pretty good, but then again, they always have great odds, and then again, they fall short every single year for 6 years. Yeah, it's not the greatest thing to see, but it is what it is. At least we're in. We're not like the Browns. We're not out of it before preseason. But it sucks because you see your team. You want to win every year as a fan, but it's not. I guess it's not going to happen. I don't know. I hope it does. Uh, I mean, we hit. I'll say this: Green Bay does have a few holes to fill in their roster, and it can hinder that Super Bowl dream real quick. The biggest team need is an inside linebacker now that Clay Matthews is moving back to outside. There's also a huge issue at tight end, but they kind of filled it up recently with Jared Cook, I believe, signing a $3.6 million, yeah, $3.6 million deal, and he was recently on the tight ends and the Rams. He's about 28 too, and he's got a. I think he could be a good fit for us. He's got big hands, although I've heard he doesn't catch very well at sometimes. But it is what it is. We got it. We got a good tight end. He's quality. He can block. He can do it all. Now we pair him up with Richard Rodgers, the young stud. We'll see where it goes. The other hole that needs to be filled in the Packers roster is nose tackle and defensive tackle, with the surprise retirement actually of B.J. Raji. Luckily, the Packers have their pride and joy coming up on April 28th with the draft. They have a total of 9 picks. One, two, three, four, 9 picks in the draft. Well, yeah, that's a. I'm happy with that. I'll say. I've been looking at a few mock drafts recently, and the guy that I would love to have on this team is Reggie Ragland out of Alabama. He's an inside linebacker. He's about a 6'1" thumper. From the scouting reports that I've been reading, he has amazing instincts and awareness, and he would be exactly what Green Bay needs, as he's the top inside linebacker in this draft, according to scouts. Unfortunately, he's probably going to be long gone by the time the Packers, sitting at 27, get a chance. I say he's going to go, I'd say 15 at least. Low, yeah, low 20s at least. He's not going to be there. The other guys I would be happy to see in the green would be tight end Hunter Henry out of Arkansas and defensive tackle Jaron Reed from Alabama, or Andrew Billings from Baylor. I believe he's a defensive tackle. He's a big dude. That'd be a great That'd be a good replacement for BJ Raji. Let me tell you that. You know what? I'm also really interested in one name. He was a top high school recruit, big name, and his production fell off in college at Ole Miss, and that's Robert Kimdichie. Now, Kimdichie has elite athleticism, and he has all the tools to be a great player in the NFL. But like I said, he just hasn't produced statistically. And to me, Kimdichie looks like a boomer or bust. He's either going to make it or he's falling off. To me, he's kind of looking like Jadeveon Clowney, although Jadeveon Clowney had a lot better career at college. Like, I don't know. I just like to see what he can do. And if he's there in the fine, not first round pick, but if he's in there in the second round, I wouldn't be mad at all if they took him. Man, that's a big name, big dude. I think we could form him into something. Yeah. Now that I've kind of gone through it, it seems like we just need two more pieces to really make it back to the Super Bowl. We got a quarterback. We got Jordy Nelson back. Got the young studs in Randall Cobb and Devontae Adams. I think we're a defense though. Well, no, we're picking it up actually. Cornerbacks, we got Clinton Dix, Demarius Randall. Yeah, I can't remember the other one. It's not coming to me, but we're pretty good. We got a good team. Just one or two holes need to fill up. But like the Packers, they're starting to look like Robert Candici here. They're either boom or bust. They're either going or they're not. From one championship hopeful to another, I'm going to head over to the Virginia Cavaliers basketball team. Now, UVA is coming off an embarrassing loss to Syracuse a couple weeks ago. And honestly, it was one of the most disappointing games I've ever seen. Can't get over the fact that they were up 16 points and they still lost. I mean, honestly, I don't know how that happened. I was honestly kind of ashamed to be a UVA fan at the time. But it is what it is. It's a bad way to end a great season, by the way. And honestly, I'm still proud of them. Sadly, there's also the end of the road for an incredible senior, Malcolm Brogdon, and others like Anthony Gill, Evan Nolte, who came off the bench. He's a three-point shooter, didn't play too much. And Mike Tobey, the big man. That is a big loss in players for next year. Three of those guys were starters, and the guys who pretty much carried UVA all season. And in my mind, I've always imagined UVA as an underdog, and they usually were until Bennett stepped in as head coach. We never had UVA's actually never, maybe aside from like Ralph Sampson, but never had any of those flashy McDonald's All-American players that most of the top major programs get, like Kentucky and Duke. The team is built on players who have been developed over the years, and then they go on to be great players, whether they don't have to necessarily be in the NBA. Although Justin Anderson, he's doing okay. Joe Harris, honestly, I haven't heard much from him. That's a disappointment. And Nikhil Mitchell, I don't know what he's been doing lately. I need to look it up and find out. But we got a great coach, so I think that's a good formula for anything right there. We're in the ACC, so we get a lot of recognition. And with our recent success, we've been able to make a name for ourselves in basketball, although we need that for football, that's for sure. But we're looking like a good place to play ball. And the recruiting class that's coming in is actually really good. Remember when I said UVA never gets any McDonald's All Americans? Well, they just signed one this year in shooting guard Kyle Guy. He's highly rated, and according to ESPN, he is the 24th top rated player coming out of high school. I'd say that's pretty good. Although we don't have like four of them like Kentucky and Duke do every year, but you got to start somewhere. Jeez, what I would give to be Duke. But basically, we're going to be relying on Guy for so many years. So many, I mean like 2 or 3, if he even stays that long. If he's as good as I'm hoping he is, he might be a one and done. But you can only hope. Now, UVA also signed 3 other ESPN Top 100 players. So Guy's not going to be all alone in this. Anytime your team loses the ACC Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year in Malcolm Brogdon, your team's not going to, it's not, the transition's not going to be as good. It's going to be a tough adjustment. However, we have some great pieces, and like I said, a great coach. And I don't know if we can do it, man. I don't know. Although we still have London Parentes, he's going to be key, honestly. We got Devin Hall, who I think was a freshman last year or sophomore. He's got some potential, I think. And Isaiah Wilkins, and then Darius Thompson. And then if you pair that with Kyle Guy, Ty Jerome, Jay Huff, and DeAndre Hunter, those are the guys coming in. I could see us we could have 1 or 2 good years, depending on who stays, who goes, and who we get later in recruiting classes. So we have to honestly be at least top 15 year after year for the foreseeable future to get any more top picks. So if we just stay on track, we'll be good. But it's going to come down to leadership, and that honestly has to come from Parentes. Like I said, he's the key. He's got this like idea of where he dribbles and he'll pass it off every time, and he's got to be more aggressive wherever he is in the paint. He's got to take more shots. I mean, because he's a great shooter. I think it was him that he was shooting over 50% from three. I mean, oh my God, imagine him, Kyle Guy shooting threes. Forget Evan Nolte. God, this man's on it. Although UVA has become a great team in the past few years, one team has done it in 1 year. The team I'm talking about is Barclays Premier League's league leader, Leicester City. Talked about this topic on a previous show, but I want to do an update. Like I said before, Leicester City has always been a team that is fighting to stay in England's top soccer league year in and year out. And usually they're unsuccessful. I mean, I think it was just 2 years ago they were relegated, but now they're back. They made it back. They played great, and they're not in the bottom anymore. No, this team, to the world's amazement, Leicester City is in first place. They've been there all year long. I mean, that's over Man City, Man United, Tottenham, who's in second, Arsenal. I mean, this league is loaded. And Leicester City, they have a guy named like Vardy, Mahrez. I mean, it's not Wayne Rooney. It's not Sergio Aguero. It's guys you don't typically hear from, unless you're a Leicester City fan, of course. Now, it's so surprising, in fact, that the preseason odds for the Foxes to win the championship were 2,500 to 1. It's looking at these numbers, it's insane. It's been one of the greatest underdog stories of all time. Something like this, it may never happen again in 10 lifetimes. Honestly, you guys have to tune in and watch their last remaining games as they're in the home stretch of greatness. Imagine being one of these players and telling their kids, oh man, what a great story. Unless their kids don't care about soccer, then it's kind of pointless. But this Miracle team is in first place, like I said, with 69 points. which is 7 points above second place Tottenham Hotspurs, and 11 past Arsenal, who is only six with only 6 games left in the season. And for a team that has been under pressure and doubt all year, has a chance to win it all when the pressure has never loomed so large. Can they actually do it? I don't know. Can they win it all? Honestly, I believe they can. For a few reasons, actually. First, they have a much easier remaining schedule with matchups against teams like Swansea City, Everton, and Sunderland, who all have losing records. They have also destroyed all expectations from the beginning of the season, which gives them that underdog feeling. Like we shouldn't really be here, but everyone's cheering for them anyway. There's not real pressure. I mean, okay, there's pressure now since they've made it this far, but not a typical pressure like Man City, Man U. They always have. I think they're sitting like fourth. No, I think they're even lower. They're like fifth or seventh or something like that. Man U at least. It's not going great. Now they also have nothing to lose because of who they normally are, which is basically perennial losers. Sad to say, doesn't sound good, but it helps them play free and just they can play all out with no fear. And lastly, like I said, they have a 7 point lead over second place. That is a huge plus. That means they have basically 2 games in their pocket that they can just lose. I mean, you can lose it to the better teams like Man U. They have Man U left, and they have Chelsea. Now Chelsea is like 11-9, 11-9. So they're not yeah they're about mid table, a little above. So they can lose the tougher teams, and they actually got a chance. Unlike Tottenham, they can't afford that luxury. They don't have those games that they can lose. They have to basically win out. I really think that if Tottenham loses just one more game, then it's signed, sealed, and delivered championship for Leicester City. Now, look, no team has ever won a Premier League title after finishing outside the top 3 from the year before. That's insane. Leicester City, they were in like 20th place, and they're about to win it all. That these guys, that's a great story. If the Foxes pull off this dream season, though, they're going to be rewarded handsomely. If they win, they're going to make about $55 million from the BPL as champions. And they already have a spot in the Champions League tournament, which is the top 4 teams in each league. They go and play this big old tournament against those top teams. So now Leicester, they've made it in. And that tournament appearance gives them a guaranteed 12 million euros this year. Oh, boy. 67 million if they win out. Now, that's not counting the TV deals, at least, from the tournament and how far they would actually go. It's just a guaranteed 12 million that they would get. I think it's about 40 million if they win out. I don't know if that's going to happen. They got to play like the likes of Barcelona. That's it right there. They just got to play. Well, they have Celtic first, then Barcelona. But honestly, Barcelona's winning it all. I'm a Barca fan. I think the the dream season would end there, but they would have to win it all. So, I mean, they got a chance if they're not so far. And yeah. But all right, I got to switch back now to college basketball for the last few seconds here, and I gotta say, yeah, Villanova, man. Villanova. I gotta say, I'm so sorry to Villanova. I doubted you guys all tournament long. I know I'm probably not the only one, but I I gave these guys no shot. They had a great seeding. Now the people who say and they should have been number 1 seed, they can be obviously proved right now. But I they 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 took it to me on that one. They got what's his name? Archie Diacono. I didn't think he was that good. This dude can light it up from three. And that last final that game that they just played against North Carolina was one of the greatest games I've ever seen. I I've two buzzer beaters back to back. That's insane. I got to give it to them. I thought they were going to lose early actually. I had them I don't know if they were playing Northern Iowa. Uh, mm, I don't know. There was one game. They were neck and neck and they won at the very end. And that's when I was like, I'm about to be proven right. They're losing next game. It didn't happen. They pulled it off, and they proved me wrong. Probably not the only one, but you know, it was a great game. I'm ACC all the way, so I was cheering for North Carolina, but like I said, they did it. They did it. Now, I do have to go pretty early now, so I do have to sign off. I do want to say again, like I said, congratulations, Villanova. You guys earned it. Top to bottom, you guys did great. You beat the doubters. Green Bay. Come on, get another guy in free agency. I wouldn't be mad. Go for a trade even. But sign a big name linebacker. Jump up in the draft, get Reggie Ragland. Make me happy. Guess I make a whole bunch of other people happy. Leicester City, pull off the miracle, man. Pull off the miracle. And UVA, keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. I'm Eric McGann, and this is Extra Point.